Hi, Nathan with Complete Water Solutions, and today we're going to talk about the E4 and the LT4. The E4 is off to my left here and the LT4 is on the right. And the E4 is actually now obsolete. Back in 2019 it was announced that the E4 series would be obsolete, and we actually got the last one from the manufacturing floor here today. So this particular machine has been in use and has been in production for over 25 years, and its predecessor is right behind me here, the LT4. And they're both still have some similar components, so don't just toss all your parts out just yet. We'll go over those differences in a few minutes. Now, some of the similarities between these two RO systems is that they actually still use a 20-inch pre-filter. So this is a 1 micron, 20-inch, 2.5, and this is actually a PX01-20 cartridge filter, which is commonly used as far as the pre-filters on these go. And they'll be in the blue housings as illustrated here and also here. Now, on the LT4, they actually have 2 of the pre-filters. This is because this particular machine, you can actually house up to 9 membranes. And on the E4, you were capped at 6. And so they do share, though, the same style of pre-filter. Now, we do have a link in the description below for these pre-filters. And so if you need to check those out or need to purchase them, we carry them in stock. The next thing that they share in similarity is the actual inlet solenoid valve. Now, the LT4 comes commonplace with this plastic solenoid valve. There's a couple different manufacturers for it, but this is the most common that are used on the LT4 as well as the E4, so those are both the same. Some of the other things is you'll notice on these two RO systems is that the housings are different. Now, back late 2018, 2017, 2019, the E4 series were actually coming standard with the fiberglass RO membrane housings, and the older machines, the E4s, were with the stainless steel housings. So they did have some similarities when it came to the RO membrane housings being fiberglass. So some may have fiberglass out there in the marketplace, some of you may have stainless steel. And that's okay. They still both share the same O-ring as far as the end cap is concerned. So that is something that is also commonplace, as well as the TankaFlow pump. Now, both these machines have the same TankaFlow pump. The motor may look a little different, and depending on if you have 50 hertz or 60 hertz or dual hertz or dual voltage, they may or may not look the same, but the SS1823 on the 6 membrane machine is still going to be the same as both on the E4 and as well as the LT4. So a lot of these parts are commonplace. The motor starter is actually about the same. If I remember correctly, I'm looking back here as I'm talking. But yeah, so the motor starter are going to be some commonplace items as well. Now, some of the differences on these machines. Now, this is an LT4 with the touchscreen or the upgraded PLC, and you'll notice that on the E4 here, it does not have that. Now, the E4 did have a deluxe model which did come with a connectivity sensor which would have been mounted here, as well as an auto flush timer, but that's about the only difference between the two. So this is the new LT4 with the upgraded PLC on it, which comes with the Horner PLC, and it is touchscreen, so you're able to navigate through, turn certain functions on and off. And there are a lot more options when it comes to this RO system. There's general alarm outputs, and as well as many different other items that you can add to this machine or take away depending on what your needs are. You can monitor things like inlet connectivity, inlet pH, as well as a couple other, you could put pressure transmitters on here if you wanted to. So there's a lot more functionality on this particular piece of machinery that you could not get on the E4 unless you did it in shop or customized it yourself. So another notable difference is the actual pressure gauges, right? The pressure gauges are still on the LT4. They just are on the machine in various different places. You have to go look around for the different pressures, whereas on the old E4, they were all lined up on the panel. So those are a couple commonplace items that are a little different. The flow meters. Here, the flow meters were visual flow meters, nothing digital, nothing that was calculating the flow, nothing that was totalizing your flow. Now on the LT4, they are actually inline turbine meters. They are not a visual, they are actually a digital open collector signal item. It is a turbine meter that is made by Autotrol and has been in the marketplace for a very, very long time, so they're very reliable. They did change the connectivity probe on the old E4 Deluxe units. They were a different manufacturer. I believe Hanna Instruments made the old connectivity probes. The new ones are by a different manufacturer now. So again, some common items such as the solenoid valve, the pre-filters, obviously the membranes too are still going to be commonplace in the machinery. But the big noticeable differences are going to be your controls package on the RO system. And so we feel actually this is definitely a better product. In the long run, the cost was actually more cost advantageous for these particular pieces of machinery. So now you get an upgraded control for right around the same price as you were able to get this particular RO system with all of its features that you could get. So this is definitely an upgrade. And you know, if you look inside this panel here, let's just take a quick gander. You'll notice that all the wiring, the relays, everything is nicely done, very well tucked in. You do have a LAN output as well as a couple other things. So if you want to do some remote monitoring, you can actually use float switches or dry contact to turn the RO on. You can use a 4 to 20 milliamp signal. So a lot of different unique features for this particular RO. If you want to learn more about the LT4, we recommend visiting our website. We do have a Suez section for the LT4. On there you can get some data sheets as well as some particular, we can help you out with some electrical if you're interested in knowing the different parts and components, because there are a few different upgraded options for this piece of machinery. So again, the LT4 is the predecessor to the E4. There are some great features on this RO system, and if you want to learn more about the LT4, you need some additional information, don't hesitate to reach out, give us a call, or feel free to email us, and our email is in the description below. Hey guys, if you liked this video and you found it helpful or found it informative, would you consider subscribing? Maybe hitting that like button, and also maybe forwarding this video off to others within this industry, or maybe your coworkers. Maybe they can find this information helpful too. And as always, we want to say thank you and have yourself a wonderful day. I do not say blah, blah, blah.